Welcome to Barkhausen Nature Bites. Today we're talking about this critter right here, which many of us call a woolly bear. There's lots of nicknames for woolly bears, woolly bear being one obviously. You got woolly worms, banded caterpillars I've heard, even hedgehog caterpillar, because sometimes when you grab it, it'll kind of ball itself up like a little hedgehog. And I suppose if you see a woolly bear without all these little hairs on it, it'd be a baldy bear. Just saying. So for woolly bears, what we're actually seeing here is the caterpillar stage of an insect called a tiger moth. And the ones in our area, this one's probably going to turn into is an Isabella tiger moth. So when this turns into an adult, that adult's going to be a couple inches in size, kind of a yellowish, creamish color wings there, maybe a little bit of orange on it as well. And that's going to be the Isabella tiger moth adult. But when they're young like this, the caterpillars, they're going to be covered in these hairs, these bristles. They're actually called setae, like the insect version of hair. They'll be black on the ends, kind of like a reddish brown in the middle. And so the whole life stages for these caterpillars, these woolly bears, is going to start off, very crawly critter right now. It's going to start off as an egg. The egg's going to hatch into a caterpillar, and it's going to eat a lot of vegetation like goldenrods, clovers, maples, birches, a lot of green vegetation like that. By the way, the adult Isabella tiger moths are going to eat a lot of nectar. That's what they're going to be eating, nectar. So for the caterpillars, they're going to go through stages and eventually get large enough where they're going to be ready to turn into an adult. And they're going to make a cocoon out of those hairs, those setae again, and also some silk. And it's going to go and be inside that cocoon and pupate or metamorphosize into an adult Isabella tiger moth, in this case with this one right here. And then they're going to start the life cycle all over again. And around here, there's actually two generations of these woolly bears, again, the Isabella tiger moth. One will be an adult usually in about an early to mid-spring. The other one's going to be an adult later in the summer. And the generation of adults later in summer, they're going to lay eggs, and those eggs are going to turn into the caterpillars we very often see in the fall. So this is actually the second generation of Isabella tiger moths we're seeing right here in the fall that hatched this caterpillar. And these caterpillars are going to be seen quite a bit right now in the fall as they're walking across trails and roads, just kind of out in the woods as well, looking for food for one thing, but also looking for a place to hibernate. And they're going to walk around quite a bit. Not going to be a real big breakneck speed, maybe like 4 feet a minute, so about 0.05 miles an hour. It's about as fast as a slug on flypaper. And so for these woolly bears, again, looking for some place to hibernate, just kind of underneath some logs, some leaf litter out in the woods. And they have a really unique adaptation that helps them survive that over the winter, where they're going to kind of freeze up almost entirely, but not quite so much. They're going to produce something in their body, it's called glycerol, and it's kind of like an antifreeze for their body, their tissues, that basically prevents tissue damage from happening when they freeze. And a lot of other animals that hibernate not very deep out on the dirt and the leaf litter here are going to do the same thing. Wood frogs are an example of that. So they're going to go hibernate for the winter, they'll emerge in the spring, look for something to eat, make a cocoon, pupate, turn into an adult again, and start the life cycle all over again the following year. So one of the things we hear about woolly bears quite a bit is that they're able to predict the upcoming winter by the colors on them. There's somewhere it's like the inside or the reddish brown color in the middle of there. If it's wider, it's going to be kind of like a mild, not so bad winter. If there's a lot more black on the ends and not as much reddish brown in the middle, more severe winter is coming. Well, that's about true 25% of 10% of the time, some of the time, so not very often. Really, those colors have more to do with the age of the caterpillar, how well it's eating, how wet it's been, not so much a weather forecasting tool. I stick with a meteorologist. Although for meteorologists, I'm going to throw it out there, it'd be kind of a fun Halloween costume to be a woolly bear for Halloween. Just an idea. So for woolly bears, keep your eyes out for them this fall. Really cool critters to kind of see and just kind of watch, check them out. If you happen to see a woolly bear caterpillar on Halloween, it jumps out and scares you, that's a woolly bear caterpillar. Thanks for watching Barkhausen Nature Bites.